Well, Lavon Bracy made history when she and two other students integrated Gainesville High School in 1965.
By choice, she has not attended any class reunions since her graduation. But today, a few of her classmates have a message for her. Investigator Lewis Bolden tracked them down and is here to tell us all about it. Lewis.
Well, Matt and Lisa, Lavon Bracy has talked publicly about integrating Gainesville High School. She called it a year of isolation because no one spoke to her. Even 50 years later, when her classmates invited her to the GHS 50th class reunion in 2015, she declined, saying it would be too uncomfortable. And when I asked her several months ago about possibly doing a Zoom meeting with some of her former classmates, she was curious if any of them would take part. They did, and they had plenty to say about racism and speaking up.
Ralph Page, Gainesville High School class of 1965.
It was Ralph Page who reached out to Lavon Bracy via email to invite her to GHS's 50th class reunion. And it was Page who reached out to classmates via social media to help us pull this Zoom meeting together.
What did bother me was that Lavon had some unhappy experiences.
Lavon Bracy has spoken for years about being among the first 3 students to integrate Gainesville High School and later being the first Black woman to graduate. It's historic now, but she says it was painful back then. Here's how she described it to me in 2020.
And as I proceeded to go to my class, I was stopped by 4 or 5 students saying that we don't want you here. They used the N-word quite a bit. 2 or 3 of them spit on me and told me that this was going to be a year of hell for me.
When you hear her story, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel like, what could I have done more than what I did?
Like the class reunion, Bracy declined being a part of the Zoom meeting, but we played it for her in its entirety.
I guess I'm curious to see what they had to say.
I don't remember feeling, racist feelings or, but it was just, I guess I was just sort of oblivious.
I regret that the students that made those hard choices or the choices were made for them went through what they did.
How do we feel about race relations today?
We have not come as far as I would have hoped that we would have come.
That's the way I feel. We've made baby steps, okay? But it's not near enough.
We need to look at history, not rewrite it. If we continue putting our head in the sand and saying, we cannot talk about racism because it makes somebody uncomfortable. Hello, make people uncomfortable. I think we need to be uncomfortable.
I was surprised at the comments. I just assumed that those who were intimidating me, those who were harassing me, those who were bullying me, my assumption is they spoke for the whole 550 students. And you assume that when no one would come to your aid. And I think that's what happens in America right now, is that you have the silent majority.
Silent majority. First, I want to thank everyone who participated in this story. It was not an easy conversation to have. Law enforcement agencies often say, when you see something, say something. It seems that people in this story were saying something similar, that it's not enough to quietly disagree. When we see an injustice, we have to speak out about it. And you guys, I have to tell you, this was just a fascinating conversation to have.
I know you and I were talking a lot about this in the green room earlier. I am so thankful that you followed up. I had the opportunity to interview Lavon Bracy about a year ago, and just fascinating to hear what her classmates are saying. And you and I were discussing, this is an important message for kids today because there are issues that are going on, and the silent majority is something that we really need to zero in on. Yes. Do you think that they will have another conversation now that she has heard what they have said, and that they will do a Zoom meeting or meet face to face?
Well, several of them said that they had things that they wanted to say directly to her, and she said that she is open to it now after hearing their responses. So we'll see if it happens.
And I know in the past her kids and her husband have encouraged her to go to those reunions, but she hasn't felt like it was the right time. So maybe now it is.
But maybe now it is. And she initially said she would participate in the Zoom meeting, but when it came down to it, she said it was still too uncomfortable.
Right.
And this woman is like a living legend to me, and so we did not want to push her at
Of
all.
course, yeah.
And I think it was the same effect, just playing it back to her. But again, they do want to say some things
Feels
directly
like
to her.
some healing could maybe
Absolutely.
happen. Maybe?
That was my hope.
I can feel
was my
that
hope.
coming from this, and I hope that that's where it leads.
Me too.
All right,
Me
Lewis,
too.
thank you so much.